So I've just finished making some ambient music out in Lee Woods. It's a local forestry area, 10-minute drive from where I live. And I just thought now would be a good time to talk about, you know, the benefits of getting out here and doing this in the hope that it might inspire others to give it a go. All you need is a remote setup like a MacBook, a laptop. I mean, you don't even need to, you can go doorless. I've got the able to move, something like that is enough to just get out and create. But just a laptop, a keyboard and some headphones and you're good to go. And I'm going to give you like a few reasons why I find that this is really beneficial. The first one is the sounds. You can hear the birds singing constantly. And I don't know, I just find it really serene. It's calming. I mean, like even now, my curiosity's peaked. I can hear some rustling in that bush. I have no idea what it is. It could be a bird, could be a squirrel, could be something else. But yeah, all of the sounds that you have out here just inspire me. I feel at peace. I feel like I'm in a different headspace to create, and that's one of the most magical things about making music outside, which I touched on in my video, is that the music that you create whilst in this environment is inspired by the environment. And if you weren't here creating that music, then that song would never exist. And I think that's a very special and powerful thing to kind of contemplate. It really is a collaboration with the space that you choose to create. Now, you know, being in the four walls that you are at home, focus is definitely not as heightened as it is when you come out here. Reasons for that: you're connected to the internet, your phone's at hand, you've got family there potentially, things like that. Whereas coming out here, I'm alone, I'm isolated, and my focus is purely on the moment. And yeah, that's awesome. Another reason, you know, it's not just the sounds, but visually, having this sort of backdrop. You know, I'm on a path at the moment, but I was off the beaten path when I was creating. Having this sort of backdrop, that's inspiring as well, you know, and it can really lead to wanting to create something that I kind of, like when I make music, I always visualize stuff anyway. Could be imagining a movie playing out in my head or even a music video, but for this, it's just like purely aesthetic. Like having nature on my doorstep like this, I feel so lucky. But yeah, the visual aspects of creating in these areas is just awesome. Another one is feeling. I urge you to just get out, even if you're not creating music, just get out somewhere, listen to music and see how it makes you feel. Different places can make you feel different things. Like right now I'm in a wooded area. The next time I do this, I could be by a body of water. I could be at the beach. I could be in a car park, I don't know. But different places are gonna give you different feelings. And I think like that's something you need to ask yourself, is like, where do I think I could tap into my creative wellspring, if you like. So, you know, it might be at home and that's okay. It might just be in your garden. But just changing it, like, you know, going to a different room, getting out. I mean, I don't want to encourage that. The whole purpose of this is to get you outside. I'm saying hello to people that are passing by as well, and you know, even that, I kind of feel positive, happy. People are curious about what I'm doing. I've had to stop a couple of times and explain, and you know, it's not about sharing what I'm doing in the hope that they'll tap into it. Just talking about it makes me feel good about it, and you know, if you were stuck at home, then those conversations aren't going to happen either. You know, another really simple reason is just to get out and get some fresh air. I feel like being able to breathe in this air in somewhere so quiet, I don't know, I feel like it's courteous in a weird way. Like, I've come here to do what I'm going to do, and outside of the birdsong, it's pretty quiet. And it really does feel like it's lending it's space to me, and I feel grateful for that. I don't want to sound too hippie-ish about it. I just feel like, you can see it, you can tell I feel really good being in this space, getting to create. And you know, I really do, I don't know, like, it's a commitment as well, you know, with it being, I've had to drive here, I've paid for parking, which isn't always going to be the case, and I'm not moaning about that, but I've committed to this. I've taken time away from my home environment and what I usually do, and I've come somewhere new. It's kind of an adventure. Yeah, I guess that is a way to put it, you know. Songwriting, you can turn it into an adventure, you can make it explorative, and part of writing music anyway is that, like, you know, you don't always have an idea of where you're going to go, but you always end up somewhere that you're glad you got to experience. And you know, this in retrospect is exactly that. Don't get me wrong, I know this location, but I didn't know where I was going to sit. I didn't know what music was going to come of it, and in the end I've got something that I'm really proud of, and when I listen to that song, I'm going to remember all of this. So you're kind of solidifying a memory within this space as well. You know, the idea is for more people to kind of tap into this. I feel like it's it really is a wellspring that not many people know they can tap into. And you know, I've read Rick Rubin's book, and you know, he kind of talks about, you know, there's no such thing as a creative, if you like. Creating is the act of doing, not being. So it's there to be tapped into, you know, and you can do it as well. It's not just about limitations, but changing things up a bit, you know. It's refreshing. And yeah, I'd love to know if there's anything you guys have tried that have really helped you in working on your music. I'd love to hear it. I'm getting out of breath now because I'm walking uphill, so I apologise, not very fit. Just to sign off this video, this is something that I came up with last year that I really wanted to do more of, and then I stopped doing it. And just getting out today and having another crack, I feel amazing. So even like from a selfish perspective, this improves how you feel, and I recommend it to anyone.